leader, power. What do those words mean to you? Today we're looking at the last verse of Joy to the World, where it says, He rules the world with truth and grace. This phrase, truth and grace, or grace and truth, comes from John chapter 1. And it's talking about Jesus, who was full of grace and truth. This is the kind of leader that he is, that he was when he came and that he is now. And our verse today actually is from Ephesians 1, 15 to 23. My dog really wants to play with me today. And it talks about this incomparably great power, that Jesus is not only just a leader who has power, and there's lots of leaders who have power today in our world, and they use it in different ways. But it says he has this incomparably great power, more than anyone before or anyone to come. He has this great power. And this power, he uses it as someone who is full of truth and grace, and he rules in that way. Ephesians talks about this, and it reminds us of that. It's telling the Ephesians, hey, Paul's saying, hey guys, I love what's going on in your life. I thank God for what he's doing in you and what's going on. I want to remind you of some things, and I want to pray for you. And this is what he says, and this is my prayer for us today. I pray that the eyes of your heart may be enlightened, in order that you may know the hope to which he has called you, the riches of his glorious inheritance in his holy people, and his incomparably great power for us who believe. That power is the same as the mighty strength he exerted when he raised Christ from the dead and seated him at the right hand in the heavenly realms. And it goes on talking about that power. So as you think of where you're at today, maybe you feel somewhat powerless to change things that are going on. Maybe you feel like, wow, look at this world around me. I don't know how it can get any worse. Remember that we are connected to the all-powerful Jesus Christ. And he doesn't wield that power as others do. It doesn't go to his head, and it doesn't make him this authoritarian person who makes his subjects submit. But in fact, he rules with grace and truth. And we have access to that power when we pray. We have access to pray along with Jesus' heart for those around us and for this world around us. And he responds to our prayers. And so I want to encourage you and remind you of the hope, the inheritance that we have today, of this ruler who has offered not just his power, but himself to us, that we can have a relationship with him and pray along with him for the things of his heart, that he would lead in grace and truth. Hope it's a good word for you today.